Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Tea Time and a Card. I'm just going to lift this up. I was quite a glare there for you. Tonight I'm going to be using two stamp sets. Now these two stamp sets go well together. They are actually from our brand new online exclusives. And this one, the Tropical Leaf, coordinates with the Punch. And then the Rhino Ready comes with a set of dies. I did not purchase the dies yet. I just have the stamp set. And just a few announcements before I get started while everyone is coming on. Today we were just given the list for Stampin' Up. We have a new catalog starting soon, the annual catalog. We have the last chance products from the mini catalog and the last chance products from the annual catalog. And most of you know we have a color fresh coming. We have brand new colors coming. We have some retiring. This is all in here. So I will post a link to these two sheets that I have upgraded them myself to remove some of the like the French versions, which I don't need, and I enlarged the font to make it easier to read also. So if you're on Facebook on a Stampin' Ink Designs group, I'm going to post these shortly so you guys can review them. The percentage discount is listed in this column here. A lot of the products are discounted, some up to 60%. Those don't go live until April 4th, so you have time to review this. But this, just something important to realize, the colors that are retiring and the 5 in colors that are retiring, that stuff is going to disappear really fast. So I would not wait until April 4th if you want to stock up before those retire for good. So look for those lists soon. So I just showed you the stamp sets. Let me show you what else I'm using. I'm using the loose frosted dot. I'm going to bring that close so you guys can see how pretty these are. There's 3 different colors, and I think there's 3 different sizes of each color. So I'll be using that on the card. I've got shaded spruce ink, tuxedo black, memento ink, the double oval punch, and for my layers, my project is right in here. I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. For my layers, and you guys, you'll be able to guess what I'm making when I show you the size of the card. Mint macaron. Now you guys, this color is retiring. Mint macaron is retiring, believe it or not. This is 8 inches by 7, scored at 3.5. So what type of card do you think I'm making? I am making a slimline card. So I folded that in half. I am also using the Design a Daydream designer paper. I've got a couple layers here. This one measures 7 3/4 by 3 1/4. I've got a small piece, 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. Another piece of mint macaron, 3 1/2 by 2. And then my envelope, I didn't flip it over yet. I've also added coordinating designer paper. Because this is a slimline card, I just use a number 10 envelope, just a regular envelope, and I dress it up with designer paper. So I do have a strip that's going to be large enough to cover the flap. And then scrap paper, basic white and mint macaron. And I've gone ahead and stamped 2 of my little hippos and cut them out. You can see how cute these are. And I've done the same. Now the punch for the tropical leaf is the bigger image. I need some small leaves on mine, so I already did 2 of these that I hand cut because the punch is too large to cut these. This is shaded spruce, and I've stamped it twice to get the lighter color. So there are all of my pieces. Now let me bring the card out. Let me make some room for my really cute card. So as the person, the recipient, opens the card, it looks like this, but it's actually a triple easel. So the middle part opens this way, and then these are diagonal. So let me tip it over so you guys can see. It's a triple easel card. So 2 of the easels are with a twist. And that's what that looks like. I'm going to show you how to make that. Isn't that cute? Okay, I just want to make sure I can see you guys. You are there. I got to move my M&Ms over. Don't they look delicious? Okay, let me bring in my mint macaron piece. Now this looks intimidating, but it really isn't. You just make 2 cuts, 3 score lines, and then you're good to go. That's how quick it is. So let me go ahead and bring in my paper trimmer. I'm going to make my first cut only up to the center line at 3 inches. So make sure you stop at the center line. We're going to move that over to 5. So 3 inches and 5 inches. Okay, now I'm going to move this over. So now you can see that I have my 3 flaps. I'm going to bring my scoring tool in. Now my diagonals fold from the center out. So we're actually going to fold 2 of these in so we can see what we're doing. And again, I'm using that black permanent marker line that helps me do the diagonal fold. I'm going to line that right there and right at the tip. So there's my first score line like that. Now I'm going to fold these 2 over and do the same on this side, but at the opposite corner. Again, on the inside corner to the outside corner. And look how easy that was, you guys. Now this one is the center easel part. So this one, I forgot to give you the measurement on that one. This one you score at 1 3/4. So I'm going to line this up at the 6. Where's my scoring tool? I just lost it. There it is. I'm going to line this up at the 6. And I'm going to go 1 3/4. That's right in the middle. You could also just fold it in half if you think you can do that. Okay, so there's my 3 folds. 1, 2, and 3. Now all we need to do is glue everything in place and do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to bring that back in so you can see it again. Okay, so we need quite a few pieces. I'm going to start with the mint macaron. I'm going to use the large scallop oval and cut 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So there's my 3 ovals. This is why I have a skinny piece so that I don't waste trying to go in here and cut 3. So 3 of these, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, one of these has stamping on it, so I'm going to do that first. And we've got the hello from the tropical leaf. That just goes right in the center with the black. So there's that one. And I'm going to glue all of these ovals down with dimensionals. So I'm just getting my little ovals. Now your ovals are all raised, and that's what holds your little easels open. Okay, here's my first one. So these are like production style because all 3 are the same. Are not exactly the same, but the same 2 layers. Now I did leave 1 leaf out for me to do with you. So here's, this one goes on the front. And I did line these up. I just put glue in the middle. And you can see here that I have it glued at an angle. And I'm going to do one with you. This one is flat, glued flat. Now let me get my white scrap paper. And here's my smaller leaf with the shaded spruce. You guys, we saw all the new colors today that are coming out. So exciting. So exciting. I know we lose colors when they do a color refresh, but the colors are just all, you're going to like them, honest. Okay, I'm just going to cut around, leaving a white space around the outside. And again, I steer with my left hand. When I cut, you'll see my scissors don't move. They just go up and down. It's my left hand that's doing the steering. Okay, there's my second one. See how quick that was? We're going to add some glue. And this one is glued this way, so we're going to glue the other one in the opposite direction. Okay, so there's my 3 stoppers. Now let's see what else we need. We need some of the bigger leaves. So let me grab that. I need 3 dark ones and 1 light one. And what I like to do is look at my punch. The base of the leaf is where your paper is going to go in. So that's what I'm going to, let me bring my silicone mat. That's what I'm going to stamp closer to the edge. So there's 1. Whoops, I didn't get enough ink on that one. Let me redo that one. Nope. You know what? I need to re-ink my pad. Hold on. I can see what the problem is. I just need to re-ink my pad. It's a little too dry. Of course, the Rhino would cover some of these leaves, but I want to do it right. I've used this ink quite a bit. There we go. Oh, and then I have a fold on here, and look what happened. Okay, that's strike 3, you guys. I need to leave. I only have room to do a couple more. What is going on? Let me get my chamois. I'm going to take this off because I think there's an air bubble underneath. Okay, I'm going to need to grab some more white. And I just threw everything off on the floor. Okay, so let's see. We only have 1 that's good so far. Let's try this again. There we go. I think I had an air bubble under there. Okay, I need to have this one close because I need to stamp 2 with this one. There's my dark one, and without re-inking. There's my light one. Okay, that's better. If that happens to you guys, sometimes there's just a little tiny air bubble, and that will cause these little blank spots that you see there. Okay, so there's 1. So I should have 4 total. 2. This one is good. Do you guys prefer punches over dies? I do. They just seem to be so much quicker. I like it when they do the punch bundles. Okay. Now I just gotta make sure I get everything. There's my leaves, my stoppers, and my rhinos are done already. So let's do assembly. The designer paper that goes on the base. I'm going to glue that in place. I mean, I like our dies, but just punches are just so much quicker. Don't you agree? Okay, that goes like that. Now we're going to decorate these little pieces here. Now I have a white piece, and I can't remember. I don't think I gave you the measurements on that. This is 3 inches by 2 3/4. And we're going to cut that diagonally, and that's what's going to be glued on these 2 pieces right here. So let's bring this over. Cut diagonally. You get 1 piece for each section. Now, did you see what I did when I cut this? So let's say this is not cut. One little tip. Sometimes if you bring your blade all the way out to the end and you try to cut starting in that corner, sometimes you get caught. I start right in the middle and I just go both ways. It's easier to cut at a diagonal like that when you get corners involved. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to add glue to this one first. And that fits right there. And the next one goes this way. I didn't dare add glue to both of them because I thought maybe one would be upside down. Here is my second one, and then I need my little tiny designer paper piece. But first, so on an easel card, you know that in order to lay it flat and to glue it, you only glue half of this piece. So we're going to add glue just to the front part. And then we're going to make sure this is nice and even on the end, right on the front. And then it flips open this way. The designer paper is next. Okay, these are all the layers. So that isn't too bad, is it? Now we're going to have some fun and we're going to start gluing our leaves. So I need 2 dark ones. And I like to glue this standing up so I can see what I'm doing. I mean the easel, not myself, the easel standing up. Because if I try to glue it when it's flat, I think I might have glued my rhinoceros sideways. So I'm going to put stamping dimensionals on him. I'm going to stand it up to make sure he's standing up. Because he's actually sideways when you glue it down flat. Okay, we're going to do the same on this side. So this leaf is pointing in this direction. Now I'm going to point this leaf in this direction. And one more rhino. And I am not putting a dimensional way at the top because you'll notice the head sticks out and you don't want that to be sticky underneath. Okay, so again, I'm going to stand this up, make sure my rhino is nice and straight. And now we're going to glue these leaves on this part. I'm going to do the light colored one first. We're going to put that right in the middle. And the other two I'm going to glue with dimensionals. This is just such a fun card. Okay, we're going to put the dark right here. And one more leaf. So it's all about leaves on the center part. That one goes right here. Now we need to position these. And again, I've already done dimensionals on this part, but I'm going to do dimensionals again for the extra height because that's what's going to keep all 3 of the easels upright and hold them in place. I'm going to start with the middle one. You can see that it sits a little, I got these everywhere. You can see that I have it sitting a little bit further up than halfway. So there's my first one. This one I'm going to hold. This one's not open. And I have about 1/4 of an inch here on the side of the designer paper. So 1/2 inch total. I'm going to hold that like that. Whoops. Okay, and I'm going to look at the spacing I have right here. I'm going to make sure I have the same spacing on this side. There's those. Now all I have left to do is to add all of this blanks. I'm going to get my little take your pick tool. These do not have adhesives on them, so you do have to add your own adhesive. So I am using liquid glue. I'm going to do 4 on the designer paper. Let's see, I'm just trying to match the same colors. So I'm holding the rounded part up. Now I need this blue. And you can always use this part to hold it down so that it doesn't, my fingers are sticky right now. So I feel like I need that part there because it sticks right to my finger and it wants to come back up. And then I'm going to add a few to this panel. So I have 4 on this panel. Let's see, I'm going to have to put one down here because this leaf is a little bit more to the right or to the left than the first one that I did. So again, I'm going to, whoops, hold it with the flat part. I have glue all over my fingers. I can feel it. So far, so good, though. It helps you to press down on your little jewels, too, to make sure that they're really stuck on that glue. One more. And don't forget to comment for those of you on Facebook. I will pick someone to win this card tomorrow. I'll let you know who the winner is. And there's my card. Oh, look what I put on top of my glue. The wrong cover. You guys probably noticed that. Okay, let me go ahead and move this all over. I'm going to leave this one in the closed position. And then this is what this one looks like. I'm going to see if I can stick something under here to lift it up a little more so you guys can see the detail. So that's my card for tonight, everyone. A Slimline 3 easel, a triple easel card fold. I hope you'll give it a try. And make sure you post pictures so we can see. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my card, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.